you're involved in
Hey,
a kind
man.
of another iconic moment in the World Series one year with your boy Clemens.
Oh man, you
Okay,
had to
so
bring that up. Okay.
no, of course. Listen,
No, 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 no. It's
I
cool.
was in
It's cool.
fights. I get it. I had people throw shit at me all the time. They usually were
Wh-
balls, not bats. So I get it, and
Yeah,
punches and everything. So my question is,
man.
when it happened, I would have been like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Because the ball, I mean, the bat. He's like, "I thought it was the ball," which obviously, if you have a bat and you have a ball in your hand, you know the difference as
Yeah.
soon as you pick it up. And even if it thought it was the ball, why was he throwing it at you? Have you ever talked to him about it? And then the other question
No.
I have is, was it the next year you caught him in the All Star game
Yeah,
and
I
he
caught
gave
him in
up six?
Houston. Yeah. Yeah,
And you were
and
telling
you know
guys what
what's
was coming because that would have been something I would have done.
no, no, I
I
would
would have
have
been like,
never
"You
done
son of
that.
a bitch!" I'm
Somebody,
telling.
no, no. You know what's funny is some people actually sort of alluded to that. I mean, like I would never do that. Obviously, if I was telling people what was coming, the umpire would have heard it. Would just been, it doesn't make any sense. And obviously, you got to back up a little bit. Obviously, he beamed me. I think I forget during it might have been June of that year, and you know, I'd said some things. I had I was hitting very well against him. I think it was like 8 for 12 or eight for 11 with 3 home runs. And you know, Roger, I mean, he was one of those old school mentality guys like Nolan Ryan, and you know, it was just one of those things. I had really felt like he was going to back me off the plate eventually. I mean, I didn't know he was almost going to take my head clean off. You know what I mean? So I was like a little bit obviously sore and obviously sensitive to that. So this triggered and ignited this incredible, and you amplify that being in New York, right? With all the media there and the fans and the Yankees and the Mets, and it's like it was a cauldron. It was there was so much intensity and so much every time we played them after that. It was like this sort of uh, gladiator arena type of vibe. You know, people wanted blood, and I think when it got to the World Series, uh, it just you could tell. I mean, it was very uncomfortable in a way because it was hard enough to play baseball with your mind free and but there because of all this backstory, um, there was so much emotion and intensity and adrenaline. So I think only giving him the benefit of the doubt when I broke the bat and it went to him, it was just such a bizarre moment of timing. And I mean, who would ever think and predict that that could ever happen, really? And so I don't know. You know, I give him the benefit of the doubt. People are like, "Oh, he knew you were running," and I'm like, "Dude, I have no idea." I actually, it was probably a bat that had a hairline crack in it. I didn't really know because it didn't really go that far on the trade. It was up the trademark a little bit, but the bat just imploded, and I actually felt like it was kind of a little bit solid. So I didn't know where I was like this. I thought the ball went over the first base into the stands, I believe. And so I was like, if it's down the line, and you know, old Yankee Stadium, there's no foul territory down there. So if it would have limped into the field, it could have been a hit. So next thing I know, the bat goes whizzing by me, the bat head, there was 3 pieces, and and then the rest is history, as they say. So you tell me. I mean, maybe it was just too much adrenaline. Maybe it was just too much of emotion. And I think maybe in the back of his mind, he actually maybe thought I was throwing the bat at him. I have no idea. I mean, he's never talked about it publicly. I've talked about it ad nauseum. So again, your
My
guess is as good as mine.
no, my thing is I faced Clemens obviously, and he
Sure.
was known if you got hits off of him, he was going to hit you, or he was going to throw one up and in. Right? I know he got you in the head, which is awful, but you get a hit off him your first at bat. Guess what? The next at bat, one was coming here, and it was just the way he tried to like
It's true.
intimidate you.
I mean,
And
there was a famous with Brocious, I believe, when he was still with Boston, where he almost hit him between the shoulder blades. So I mean, look, that's like you said, that's the mentality he came up with. You know, the whole country hardball. If someone's digging in on you, if someone bunts on you. I mean, Nolan Ryan used to, if someone bunted on him for a base hit, you know, the next time up, he would take your head off or at least drop you. And so yeah, that was that era, that mentality.
so
What did
you did give the pitches in the All Star game. Cool, I got
you know? No, somebody mentioned that. I was like, "Why am I going to give the pitches in the All Star game? This is ridiculous." So,
because it was an exhibition, and it would be awesome if you did.
I mean, no. You know, I just think honestly, I got to be honest with you. it was just so awkward for both of us. It was just
Did you guys
awkward.
speak? Did you speak?
Yeah, no, we had to. And then every time we got close, there was media and everyone was like, are they talking? Blah, blah, blah. We went into the training room, we talked. I didn't really want to get into semantics or, what happened or what he was thinking. We just said, hey, dude, let's go out and be pros tonight. Let's try to get this done. Here's the signs, let's go over the hitters. And it was very professional. There was no emotion because that's what really you have to be. I mean, I would have felt better if he would have had 3 great innings or 2 innings or whatever he was going to throw. And I would have felt like more of a perfect because that's what we do. I don't worry about that bullshit. It was like, I'm not going to go out there and hope he gets lit up just because he hit me or we went through that incident. So it was what it was. I mean, I just think both of us were just uncomfortable and maybe he didn't have his best stuff. There's so many things that can happen in a bad game. You know this. So it was just unfortunate. And it ruined my All-Star game too, because every media, they asked every other player, every question, every press conference was this, that. And I was like, it just was weird. It was just a little awkward, but you get through it. It was what it was.
AJ, you know what they had to do back then? What Carlos Gomez and Brian McCann did years later and then posted on social media, which obviously wasn't a thing at the time period. But, those two got really into it at one point, right? There was a famous brawl. And then recently they hugged it out, took a picture, showed everyone, we talked it out. We're boys. It's all good. You guys have probably been at similar events, for whatever golf tournament.
Just one.
Really?
I was at a Michael Jordan golf tournament, and actually going back to the Grove. I mean, that's how we met Michael. And when Michael started the golf club, he obviously invited us to join the guys that he had knew from his golf tournament. And that was it. Just one. I mean, but you know what though? To me, things move on. It's like, what are you gonna do? We're gonna go fight in the parking lot. If he wanted to, I would have fought.
Now, see, that would be great. Well, we can manage that. We can make that. We can figure out UFC. Forget UFC. We'll make our own promotion. We'll have Although Clemens, dude, he's big now. He's bigger than you are now. So I don't know.
I know, man.
He's out of your weight class.
AJ, you just said if he wants to, it's fine.
Doesn't his son play for the Phillies? Doesn't his son play for the? Yeah.
You know some Italian people in Philly.
Come on, Vito Friscia, who plays for us in Italy. I think he texted me. He goes, "You're not going to believe he's in the clubhouse. Roger's in the clubhouse." I was like, "Tell him I said hi." Who gives it? Man, I'm just glad I say I'm just glad I'm still alive. I'm glad, as I said, I had a great career and history, but you move on. Things are I mean, think about it. This is already almost 25 years and people still like to talk about it, but it is what it is.
People love it. Last one, because I'm just thinking about how so many people want Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg to do a celebrity boxing match or something. If I came to you and I was like, all right, listen, this is going to make 50 mil. It's 15 for each of you and 20 goes to an incredible charity. 3 rounds. You down?
How much mil?
15.
15 mil each. Oh, there's no way you raise that much. I just did the Special Forces show last year for nothing. I got my ass kicked.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I mean, I did the special. I mean, it was funny. I was thinking, I'm going to do this because my dad was in the Army and he was drafted for Korea, and it was just kind of a tribute thing. And then when I started watching the show, I said, you know what, it's going to be tough. So 15, yeah. If we do 15, yeah, he would. If he kicks my ass, I kick his ass for 15 million. Yeah, I mean. I'm down with that, yeah, but it ain't gonna happen. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see two old. No one wants to see 2 old guys roll around in the ring.
I do.
For 15 million?
Hell yeah!
They're saying Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg would make millions and millions and millions. Those guys are.
They have that money in their ashtray in their car. They have that money in their sofa, in their sofa.
Dude,
cushions.
you're telling me that nobody in New York, if you put this thing in Madison Square Garden, the Mets fans,
dude, it would be so lame though. 2 old, out of shape dudes rolling around.
That's why it would be awesome because you guys would both throw one punch and then you'd be on each other.
They trained for a few months. These dudes are pros. You know how they'd be. They'd go nuts for a few months.
Dude, I just got new teeth. I don't want to.
I know a great mouth guard guy. You're good.
I know.